Hey guys, Nina Soul here
And Red Witch
with Spiritual Vibes and the Soul Sisters. We are doing a video today to show you guys how we're going to make our selenite oil. So different ways that you can use selenite by itself. It's a really good cleanser for removing negative energies. It converts negative energy into positive, and it does so simultaneously without needing to be cleansed or charged ever. This stone literally carries the same power as a full moon does. It's just like you would use clear quartz to connect with water, because clear quartz is like a solid form of water, basically, of connecting with it, with that energy. This would be a solid form of the full moon, of being able to actually hold it and touch it and use it to however it is that you would like to use it. In this case, we are going to use it for an oil. So other ways that you can use the oil, you can use it to anoint yourself.
Dressing candles.
Dressing candles, definitely. You could even add a few drops to your mop water to do a cleansing in your home. You can add it to your bath water to cleanse yourself, to charge yourself, to bring your energy back, to renew it, to make it positive again.
The way people use holy water is, I would use the same thing with the selenite oil.
Yeah, selenite oil, exactly. And it has that angelic energy too. It's an angelic stone. So it also has that. If you work with angel energies, this would be a really good oil for you to make. We are going to be having it available here at our shop. So if you are not able to get the ingredients, or if you for some reason just don't want to make it, you guys can always feel free to come here and get it. You can also message us or place a order and we could ship it to you. And if you're looking for the stuff to make the oil yourself, if you just want to buy the ingredients and make it yourself, you can come here, and all the ingredients that we're using are ingredients that we do have for sale in the shop, except for the fragrance oil that we're going to be using. We don't have this available for sale in the shop because we are using it as ingredients to make our own oil. So you can use any fragrance oil. You can also use an essential oil if you do not have, if you don't know where to get like fragrance oils. If there's like a vitamin shop near you or a health food shop, you can get essential oils there. We're going to be using sage fragrance oil and rosemary fragrance oil. So this is not the making of an essential oil. This is the making of an intention oil, a crystal infused oil. So just to let you know that the oil itself will have its own healing and metaphysical energies, but it would not be the same as using like an herbal remedy, because these are fragrances. So you would want to use, if you're wanting it to be like more of a remedy oil, then you would go ahead and use the essential oils. The other ingredients that we have,
we have organic extra virgin olive oil, which most people have in their homes. And the best thing about this oil is any oils that you make out there, this could be your basic oil, that your standard oil that you use in any oils that you're making and adding herbs to or fragrances to. So that'll be our standard oil that's going in there.
And it's really good on your skin too. It's it won't leave you really oily. It's really, it absorbs really well into the skin. So if you're going to use this as an oil for anointing yourself or for adding to your bath water or your mop water, this is not going to give you like, it's not going to leave things like really greasy.
It's good for your hair too.
Yeah, oh right. You could even use this and maybe rub some of it on your crown chakra, your third eye chakra. You could use this as a chakra cleanser, as an aura cleanser, anything.
Then we're gonna actually put in the rosemary herbs, so that a lot of people have in your own pantry, and you can pick that up anywhere. At the dollar store they have it, grocery stores.
And this is what's it's gonna kind of like how I said that this is a fragrance oil, but even if it's a fragrance oil and it's not an essential oil, it still has metaphysical energies. The magical energies are still in here. And the rosemary oil, we're adding this, or the rosemary herb, we're adding this to enhance the fragrance oil. The fragrance oil just gives you that sense of smell, but then you see this rosemary herb floating around in the oil in it, and you see rosemary as well as smelling it.
The rosemary we're using is actually what we grew in our garden.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, our front garden.
Past summer.
Yeah, you can turn it around. I think you see.
So this is all from our garden, our front garden, because it's always in our window.
Yeah.
So this is all fresh from us this past summer. And then we're gonna be using sage.
Yep.
Actual sage.
And there's a witchy tip for this, but go ahead, sis. You can go ahead and talk about it.
So,
the properties. And
so we have, here's already sage that's loose, and that's also gonna enhance, like Nina said, for the rosemary. It's gonna enhance the fragrance of the sage, of the sage fragrance as well, enhancing the energies of that. And the witchy tip.
So the witchy tip, you guys, we have these bundles here available, but a good witchy tip on how you can make this stretch, or how you can add, if you're looking for loose sage and you can't find loose sage, if you don't know where they would have loose sage, if you get these bundles, all you have to do is cut the string off. I know this is like such a simple thing, but sometimes people don't think about it, so you guys are gonna be like, oh, it's not really, I don't know. Some people don't think about it, that you can actually cut the string off. And you can make your own loose sage that you can actually sprinkle onto your charcoal disc. You can add it to other herbs to make your own loose incense. So you go from having a bundle to being able to do other things with it. And I recommend doing this for customers that want to make like a floor cleanser or something like that. They boil this sage down, and I usually tell them to cut the string off. So the way that I did it, that's exactly how you would do it. And then you just undo it and just kind of pull away at it, and then you have these nice pieces. You can break them down, you can put them in your mortar and pestle and grind them down if you want. You could boil them, make a floor wash. See, you have like nice sticks like this, and you can make your herbs stretch a little bit longer by doing it this way, because then you're burning a little bit less, and you're able to do more things with it. And these branches, I mean, you can use these branches for different things. If you don't want to put them into your loose incense, you can use these as, you could burn them, let them get black, and you can actually do sigils on your wall with it. Using like that black, what'd you call that? Like soot?
It's soot.
Yeah, you can use the soot to actually draw things, just like you would with the Palo Santo. Palo Santo, I do the same thing. You can use it as like a pencil almost, and write stuff, or make your symbols, or whatever it is that you want to do. And then we have the selenite stick that we're going to be using for this oil. This was a really nice chunk, a nice size that we had. We had it here at the shop on the floor, but I actually took it because I'm going to use it to shove into the bottle, and to make
Bottle.
Yeah. Oh, and the bottle, I got this from Goodwill, you guys. It was like, what, $1.99, I think?
Yeah.
So we got this nice bottle, this amber colored glass jug. So we're gonna use the selenite wand, and this is actually a plank. This isn't a wand. We have selenite planks, and we have wands. We also have mini wands. We got candle holders. We got selenite powder. We got all different kinds of selenite. Yeah, we got unicorn horns. So the selenite, you guys, this is a plank. So the plank is really good for putting your other crystals on top of it. It's flat and it's wide, so you can put other stones on top of it. So your stones can be cleansed. They can be charged, constantly cleansing and charging. So these planks work really well for being able to set different kinds of stones on top of it. The wands are more wider, and their edges are not flat, so it's hard to set really to set crystals. Yeah, they're more square. But I mean, you can still use it. It's just that these are nice because you know that your crystals are not going to fall off. They're going to be okay sitting on the flat plank. So we're gonna use this one, and this one was actually, we had a ticket. Where is it? Oh, and they're well priced too. Like this one right here, this is like a $5 plank of selenite. So, and it's a pretty good size, and you know, it's nice. So it's for we have them for a good price here too. And then we have a white candle, which is what we're going to use to burn on top of this jug after we have all of our ingredients in there. And we're going to burn this white candle on top of it to represent that same white light energy that selenite works with. So we'll be burning that on top of it. We're going to actually make our own cork because this jug unfortunately didn't have a cork, but me and Marianne are very good at making them, so we got this, right?
Yep.
So then you're gonna, you know, you would melt the bottom part of it a little bit, let it stick on there, and then you would just let the candle melt down onto the cork. And then we will be having this nice oil available for you guys here, but we are gonna show you guys how to make it. So we're gonna start out by cleansing everything to remove any type of negative energy. We're going to use sage because we are using sage in this oil. So we're already bringing that energy of sage into our environment, into our bubble here, our working space. Oh, another tip, you guys, if you can't get your selenite stick to stay lit, try tipping it at an angle, because then the fire sometimes.
Your sage stick.
I mean, oh yeah, your sage, your sage stick.
Don't light your
selenite. Don't light your selenite. Don't do that. Don't do that. It will light, but don't do it. So the tip is that if your sage stick will not light, put it at an angle and then allow the flame to kind of climb up the stick a little bit more, because this might be too full of soot and too burned up to burn anything more. So you can tilt it and it'll start to work up the stick. So then you're going to go ahead and use this to cleanse your area. You want to cleanse the inside of that bottle. And then you just want to let that smoke collect in there, let it grow inside the bottle. We should probably bring it down a little bit. Okay. Sorry, you guys, the jug is pretty big and you might not be able to see everything, but I'm just letting the smoke go inside the bottle. Then you want to kind of keep your hand on top of it. With that smoke floating around inside the bottle, you guys can't really see it, but this bottle is completely clouded up with smoke. You want to go ahead and put your energy inside of there, letting the smoke know to cleanse any energy that was in this bottle from before. Since this bottle was used for other things, who knows what it was used for, you want to remove any imprints that this bottle might hold. And you want to bring positive energy and remove any negative energy from that. then, since we've already cleansed our workspace, you don't need to cleanse your selenite because it's already cleansed, it's already charged. So then you're gonna want to use we use Florida water here a lot. So we'll put the Florida water inside of a spray bottle, and this is what we use to cleanse ourselves. So you want to spray some in your hand, and then you want to wipe them together, remove any negative energy from your hands so that positive energy is allowed to travel through. And then you want to also wipe the back of your neck. You can't see us right now, but we're wiping the back of our necks. We're also wiping our crown chakras, third eye chakra, anything that is going to help to spiritually connect you, so that when you make this oil is potent and it's completely and fully energized. So then you want to use some type of a bowl or your cauldron maybe. We're going to use this cauldron here, and we do have these cauldrons available here as well. So, oh, and this is another witchy tip. You can go ahead and tell that one, Sis.
Okay, so this little stand here was a stand that actually holds those little like glass bubbles that are decorative for little plants or little fairy decorations.
Like terrariums?
Yeah.
These.
We have one here decorated.
Like this terrarium.
So this is a pretty heavy duty cauldron we have hanging here. And you might even have a bigger one. The same kind of the device like this that holds bananas that you guys hang bananas on could be the same thing you get to hold your cauldron, which is perfect.
And it's beautiful. It'll have it beautifully displayed.
You always have it available, ready for you.
And it holds it up for you.
It's just awesome.
It's like you're taking the way that they would put a big cauldron like this outside, how they would have it hanging and stuff like that. You're basically doing the same thing, but for your cauldron inside, you know, in your house, you could have it like this, and it's perfect for when you're working in it. You're not like having to look down at the table because it's boosted up so that you could, you know, put your ingredients in there, do whatever it is that you're doing. I use this one for my smaller cauldron. So this is normally the one that I have hanging from this right here. But we're gonna be mixing a lot more, more of the herbs. So we need kind of like a bigger cauldron to hold everything in. Okay, well, let's get started. So that smoke is still making its way out of the bottle. A lot of it stayed trapped in there, so that's a good thing. Yeah, like I even can pull some of it out with my finger. So that's a good thing. So you go ahead and let that cleanse. So then I'm going to add a really good handful. I'm going to get these stems out of here. A really good handful of the sage. And you don't want to break it up too much. You don't want to break it up too much because, you know, if you're, well, it depends. If you're going to use a smaller bottle, if you don't want to make this big old jug, we're going to use bigger chunks, and we're going to use a lot more herbs because we're making this big amount right here. So if you're going to want to adjust your amounts depending on to the size of what it is you're planning on keeping it in.
It looks really pretty in there too, so you want to be able to see it. But if it's a smaller jar, then you want to make the jar completely full that you can't see anything in it.
So I'm going to use about that much of the sage. It's about, I don't know, I used a shit ton of it. So you guys seen how much was in here before. Now it's like,
I'm probably going to use
not so much.
half of this.
Yeah, probably half of that. Should be good, yeah. And then you're just going to kind of want to work them together, crushing them a little bit with your hand. Your hand is one of the best tools that you guys can use. This is the best thing, breaking your herbs up with your fingers. You're able to put more intention into them. You're connecting yourself more with that energy too. So it's not only good for your working or your oil, whatever it is that you're trying to create, but it's also good for you because you're connecting yourself with that energy. You're getting to know that herb a little bit more, and you're picking up the herb's energy as well as the herb picking up your intentions. So you're kind of doing this trading effect. It's a win-win. All right, so then I'm gonna go ahead and move this over. That way we can put the oil up here. All right. There we go. And you never want to forget, you guys, you're dedicating this stone to something. So this stone is forever going to live its life inside of this jar, working this oil. So you definitely want to thank that stone for what it's going to be doing for you, for giving its life's purpose to creating energy inside this jug, and helping you to be able to manifest its energies and to connect with it.
Next, we're gonna add the oil. We're gonna add the virgin oil first because it's a thicker oil, so we're gonna put that down first. And since this is such a big jug, we're gonna fill this up a lot with this.
Yeah.
Is smoke coming out?
Oh yeah, the smoke is escaping. As the oil's going in, the smoke is coming out.
And it's like,
let me see if I can lift this to get that. Can't really see it, but it's like this cloud of smoke is escaping. That should be, I don't know, should we just do it like that or should we fill it up?
you can
Oops.
leave it like that and then do those and see where it stands at.
Okay. Sorry you guys, I'm trying to adjust you. That way you guys can see. Okay. Alright. So we put it up to here with the olive oil. So that's like a, you know, it's a pretty good amount of the way. You don't have to fill up your, we might not fill this jug all the way up. We're going to see how we feel once we, because we still have to add our dry ingredients. We have to add our selenite powder. So we're going to see where we're at now that we put the olive oil in there. So then you want to go ahead and add your dry mixture that you made with your sage and your rosemary. Okay, and then you're going to want to add some selenite powder. This is ground up selenite powder that we have here at the shop. Oh. So we're adding some of that. That way, whenever somebody wants us to fill a vial for them, which is usually how we have our oils, we'll fill them in this type of vial. And that way we're putting the selenite powder, that way each vial has some selenite inside of it when we pour it. It's already looking really nice. Oh, battery's dying. Okay, so the battery's dying, you guys, so hopefully we'll be able to get through this video quickly. All you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add your fragrance oils. You can add as little or as much as you would like. We're going to add a good amount to ours because it's a big batch. And then that's going to be it, really. So then all we're going to do is shake this around. We're going to smell it, see how we feel about it, if we want to make it more stronger, or if we want to add more rosemary oil or more sage oil, whatever it is that we feel, then we'll add that. But while you're shaking this and you're going in a clockwise motion, you want to bring in that energy of selenite. You want to bring in that cleansing energy. And that's it, really. So, yeah. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this video, this selenite oil tutorial. And don't forget to thumbs up for more of these videos. And we will see you at the next one. Blessed be.